A little bit about playoffs coming up. The 22 teams that all have some form or fashion of a shot at getting there. They are still keeping the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference as we have known it. What team's an advantage? What team has a disadvantage? As you look at how that lays out now?
Yeah, so I think the teams that are most advantaged, Dave, I think you have to look at the ones that were dealing with injuries at the time that the NBA just froze. So if we go back to March, Ben Simmons was dealing with an injury for the Philadelphia 76ers. They're a complete and utter mess. It looked like despite all that talent, they were probably going to go into a postseason environment and not be able to get it together in time. So I think they really do benefit greatly from this time off. Ben Simmons can be healthy. Maybe they can build some more camaraderie. Maybe they can have some kind of mental reset. I think a team like Brooklyn maybe can benefit if Kyrie Irving comes back, and if he's some semblance of healthy, they would be a dangerous 7 seed for a team like the Raptors in that kind of environment. I think a team that is completely disadvantaged is the Milwaukee Bucks. They were going to have home court advantage throughout the entire postseason, and all of a sudden they lose that. It was a rowdy place to play. Teams would have had to travel to them. They're comfortable at home. They were a very good home team. So they're going to have to go into a Disney environment where all of the stuff that they fought for 60 plus games to have at their hands is now taken out. And that's tough for them. I think a team like the Los Angeles Lakers, it might be tough for them because there are different rules about when the practice facility opened up for them versus when some of these other teams have been able to get into the practice facility. And on top of that, they've got a lot of older veteran players that, it might take them a little bit longer to find that feel, to get their bodies reactivated, things along those lines.
You brought up an interesting point. There will be no home court advantage. Is that a big deal? Is it? Everybody's dealing with it, but does it change the whole dynamic of things?
I think so. It's very, very difficult. Like history tells you, it's very, very difficult to go on the road in a Game 7 and win. That's one of the reasons why what the Cavs did in 2016 was so impressive. They went to Oracle twice, down 3-1, and won there both times, including a Game 7. The numbers favor the home team in that kind of environment. So if you take that away, sure, I definitely think a team like Milwaukee, the Los Angeles Lakers, maybe the Clippers, they're at a disadvantage because that gets thrown out the window in this case. Look, it's hard in this situation with what the NBA is dealing with, and they're doing the best they can. But if we're being fair and honest, those teams at the very, very top that fought all season long for home court advantage, losing that, that's a tough pill for them to swallow.